You know that moment when you're feeding your AI code assistant a prompt, and what comes back is just, well, not quite right. You're aiming for elegant code precision, but it feels kind of like guesswork sometimes. Turns out there's a much better way, a really structured way.
Welcome to the deep dive. Yeah, today you're unpacking this really fascinating guide. It's called Mastering Claude Code, an 8-step development workflow.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's just packed with practical stuff you can actually use.
hmm And our mission for you, the listener, is really to pull out those core techniques, the ones that helped an app like Creator Buddy apparently go from zero to, what, $300,000 a year. Think of this as your shortcut, maybe, to building AI-assisted apps way faster, like 10 times faster, and crucially, with much higher quality. We're going to step through each method, right, from setting up your project to really getting inside the AI's head, so to speak. So let's kick things off with the absolute foundation, this claude.md file. Now, this isn't just some random markdown file. It's more like your project's command center. It holds these 7 essential rules that guide Claude on every single prompt. Things like think first, list everything, get approval, work step by step, explain changes, keep it simple, and document everything.
Yeah, and what's really cool here is why this works so well. These rules, they basically force the AI to break down huge tasks into small, manageable chunks. You know, no more of those giant leaps that end up buggy. Like work step by step means you don't ask for the whole app at once. You say, okay, first, just the database schema, then maybe the API, then the front end, or get approval. The AI literally asks you, hey, should I do A or B before coding? It's super disciplined. The source even claims users are seeing 0 bugs for months with this. It just stops the AI from making those big error-prone jumps.
0 bugs for months. That's a pretty bold claim. So how much does setting these rules right at the start, this initial discipline, how much does it really impact the whole development process later on? Does it pay off?
Critically, yeah, it lays really robust groundwork for quality down the line.
Okay, building on that groundwork. Step 2 is mastering plan mode. The guide calls it Claude Code's most powerful feature for systematic development. And you just activate it by pressing Shift plus Tab twice. Simple enough.
Right, and here's where it gets, like, really interesting and strategic. The 2-model approach. See, most folks just stick with one AI model. But the pros, they get clever. They use Mod Opus first. That's Claude's super smart model, right? Great for complex planning, thinking through the architecture. You use Opus for that high-level strategy. Then, once the plan is solid, bam, switch to Mod Sonnet. Sonnet's faster, cheaper, and great for just churning out the code based on the plan. Think of Opus as your architect and Sonnet as your really fast builder. It's like spending 5 minutes planning to save maybe 50 minutes debugging later, every time.
That Opus for brains, Sonnet for brawn idea, it makes intuitive sense. But does actually switching models like that mid-workflow really make a measurable difference in the final code? Or is it mostly about cost savings?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It optimizes both the quality and the cost. You get the best of both.
Got it. Okay, moving on. Version control. Unlike some IDEs where it's all built in, working with Claude and VS Code needs a more deliberate strategy. And the method they recommend is all about GitHub checkpoints. Frequent ones. The workflow sounds simple. Commit right after every successful change the AI makes.
And here's the kicker, the really smart part. If the AI makes a mistake, and let's face it, AIs can hallucinate, they make errors. You don't try to get the AI to fix its own mess. That's key, because that often just leads to more errors, right? Digs itself deeper. Prompt drift. Instead, you just discard the changes. Poof, gone. And revert back to the last working commit, your safety net. It sounds kind of drastic, maybe, but making like 15 or 20 small commits a day becomes totally normal. It gives you peace of mind. My first reaction is always to fix it, you know? Feels weird just throwing code away.
Yeah, that is counterintuitive. I'd want to debug it too. So how does this habit, this constant saving, and this willingness to just discard and revert, how does that affect a developer's confidence? Does it make them more willing to experiment?
It genuinely fosters this huge freedom for experimentation. Really does.
Okay, this next one feels pretty cutting edge. Using images. Modern AIs can actually see and understand images, not just text. And this unlocks some really fast workflows, especially for UI stuff.
Oh, totally. Massive time saver. 2 big uses. Inspiration and visual debugging. Like you see a cool UI element somewhere, screenshot it, drag it into the chat, say, hey, Claude, build me a React component that looks like this. Boom. Or if you've got a bug, maybe the layout's all messed up or there's an error in the console, screenshot that. An image shows layout, color, the exact error message. Way better than typing it all out. Just cuts through the ambiguity. super fast.
That visual input seems incredibly direct. So for complex UI work or just tricky visual bugs, is using an image truly that much more efficient than describing it?
Oh yeah, it provides such rich, immediate context, speeds things up immensely.
Let's talk about context. The conversation history with the AI. A common mistake seems to be just letting it run on and on for hours. It gets bloated, maybe contaminated with old stuff that's not relevant anymore. And that apparently hits both cost and code quality.
Yeah, definitely. Think of it like a messy desk, right? Hard to focus. The fix is super simple, though. The clear command. Use it when you finish a big task, or clear your to-do.md, or before starting something totally new. It just wipes the AI's short-term memory for that chat, forces it to refocus, reduces those hallucinations where it gets confused by old info. Plus, fewer tokens means less cost. Simple win-win.
Right, clearing the slate. So it's not just about saving money, it actually stops the AI from getting lost in the weeds of past conversation, helps it stay accurate.
Absolutely. It forces the AI to refocus, which dramatically boosts precision.
Okay, this next point feels critical. Security. The guide suggests this might be the biggest blind spot in a lot of AI-generated code right now. Developers rushing, maybe skipping security checks, creating vulnerable apps without realizing it. This step is framed as completely non-negotiable.
It really has to be. After you plan and build any feature, even a small one, you have to run a security check. No excuses. You actually tell the AI, okay, now act like a cybersecurity expert, and then prompt it to look for everything. Sensitive data leaks, OWASP top 10 stuff like SQL injection, XSS, input validation, session management, the works. It's about building that habit from the very beginning, making it routine. And it's not always perfect. I still wrestle with prompt drift myself sometimes, especially trying to make sure every security angle is covered. Gigs focus.
It sounds vital, but maybe also a bit demanding. If you're moving fast, is it real? Now, thinking about the developer themselves, just copying and pasting AI code without understanding it seems like a missed opportunity. The guide argues that great developers use AI not just to build, but also to learn, which means adding a specific learn step to the process.
Exactly. This is huge for growth. You literally prompt the AI, okay, explain the code you just wrote to me. Ask it to act like a senior engineer mentoring a junior. Explain the structure. How does the data flow? Why this architecture? Explain this tricky part.
It's not just about getting the project done, it's about constantly leveling up your own skills. It's like having a built-in mentor, accelerating your learning curve.
Using the AI as a teacher, that's a powerful idea. Can that teaching mode genuinely shorten the learning curve significantly, especially for new tech?
Definitely. It provides direct, super relevant mentorship right when you need it.
Okay, final tip. This one addresses something we probably all do. That dead time while you're waiting for the AI to process a big request. It's so easy to just start scrolling or get distracted by something else, right? Totally. And the solution here is brilliant. It's actually a mental health game changer, too. You create a second, totally separate AI chat just for strategic thinking. So while Claude's busy working on code in one chat, you flip over to your thinking partner chat and use that waiting time productively. Brainstorm new features, think about business strategy, plan content. It turns that wasted time into focused strategic work.
Yeah.
Whoa. Imagine scaling that. Like having an AI brainstorm buddy on tap for, I don't know, a billion different ideas whenever you need a spark.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's such a smart reframing of downtime. So leveraging that idle AI processing time can actually boost your overall project vision and strategy, not just your immediate coding output.
Absolutely. It maximizes your mental bandwidth for that higher level thinking. Sponsor.
So recapping, we've gone through 8 really powerful strategies for using AI in development, and it's clear this isn't just a list of tips. It's presented as a whole methodology, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It's all about consistency and avoiding those common traps. Like never skip plan mode. Use the right models. Opus for planning. Sonnet for building. Always prioritize security. Keep that context clean. Use waiting time wisely. And definitely use version control diligently. They really work best together as a complete system.
The guide makes that bold promise: build apps 10 times faster, much higher quality, and it encourages you, the listener, to start simple. Step 1, create that claude.md file today.
And remember, the goal isn't just about being fast. It's about building better software, stuff that's secure, maintainable, and actually successful. Making that investment in these techniques, your future self is definitely going to thank you, for sure.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into AI-powered development. We really hope you found these insights useful. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep building. Otiro Music.